Hey guys, this will be a review and test of the 2016 release Intermountain Railway Company ES44AC and HO scale. The model we're going to be looking at today came factory equipped with the ESU LokSound Select DCC decoder, and this particular model is in the Citirail paint scheme. So it comes with the same old standard packaging from Intermountain, nothing's really changed there. The usual foamies that go in the walkways, and the quick start guide from Intermountain. So nothing's really changed with the Intermountain packaging there. Okay, so now that we've had a look at what's in the box, let's take a look at some of the detail up close on this model. Okay, now that we've had a look at the detail on this model, let's put it on the weigh scale and see how much it weighs. .4 ounces, 523 grams. That's decently heavy. Just for comparison, the newest Bowser SD40s were 541 grams. The older run Intermountain ES44 DC was 504 grams. So they've found a way to pack an extra 20 or so odd grams in there. And Athearn Genesis's version of the ES44AC weighs in at 581 grams. So it's definitely up there. It's not one of the heaviest, but they've made improvements since the last run for sure. Okay, next we'll hook up the pull meter to it and see what this thing can pull and push. Okay, for those of you who have never watched one of these videos, it's quite simple. This is the Micromark pull meter. I basically just take an average. I do it 3 times, and then we just take the average of the pull and the push capabilities of the locomotive. So we'll start with the pull test. Holy smokes. 115 grams, that's pretty decent. Okay, we'll run the test a couple more times. $115 again. $105. So that's an average of 111.666 repeating, or in ounces that's 3.938. That's pretty impressive. That says a lot for these ESU decoders. They've got some pretty advanced software that allows them to really control the wheel slip on these things, which is just like the prototype, so that's really cool. Okay, we'll flip it around and see what the push test results are. $105 grams. $115 grams. $110 grams. So on the push test, those are good results as well. That's an average of 110 grams or 3.88 ounces. So very good, very similar actually, push-pull capabilities, which is, like I said before, a testament to these ESU LokSound decoders. They've really got the wheel slip algorithm figured out, which is awesome. Okay, next we'll go back down to track level and we'll have a listen to some more of the sound features and take a look at the lighting on the model. So this is the part from the manual that comes with the locomotive, just stating what each function and what the sounds are. We've already had a listen to the prime mover startup and shutdown, so we'll just kind of cycle through some of these sounds on the list here. Okay, now that we've had a listen to the sounds that come with the ESU LokSound decoder, let's take a look at the lighting that Intermountain installed on this model. So there's the headlight. These are LEDs like Intermountain always does with these. We've got the number boards are on F5. The ditch lights are on F6. See a little bit of light bleed coming out of the one number board there. Seems to be pretty common. But use of LEDs gets a big thumbs up for me. That's the main thing. You don't want to spend like $300 on a model and then just have the lights burn out on it. So, okay, we'll flip around and take a look at the rear lighting. And the lights look good on the rear there. There's no light bleed coming through any of the castings. So, nice job by Intermountain on using LEDs and doing a nice job with the installs on them. Besides the one number board there, can't really see any problems with them. Okay guys, so that'll wrap up this review and testing of this Intermountain ES44AC. Got to give a hand to Intermountain since they've switched over to ESU LokSound. The drive train has improved significantly. Like comparing this to the previous ES44DC that I had from one of the older Intermountain runs, It had jerky drivetrain, didn't have very good pulling capabilities, it was lighter. I think a lot of that has to do with them switching decoders from soundtracks to ESU. The motor control is just so much better. And I mean, they're more realistic too, like you saw when we went to pull it forward. The air dumps first and then it starts moving. You know, just little things like that that are a big improvement from the older runs of these Gevos. So I look back and just to compare it to the first one I did, I gave this one a 8.6 out of 10. There's been improvements in the sound, the weight, and the operation categories. So 9 out of 10 on the detail. They still fantastic job by Intermountain on the details on these things. Like those handrails are arrow straight. I mean, there's nothing really to knock on this locomotive. And there's even been some improvements, like the you can see the glad hand on the train line there at the front. And that's really cool. There's an actual glad hand there. They've done a really nice job on the detail. Sound, so it comes with the ESU LokSound Select decoder. So, and you can even improve on this by going with the getting the full throttle sound files, which I haven't done. This is just the stock Intermountain, and I'm really happy with the way it sounds. So I gave that a 9 out of 10. Weight, I gave it an 8 out of 10 in this department. It's an improvement from the previous run, which I gave a 7 out of 10. It's still not as heavy as like the Savatran Genesis ES44AC. So I think there's a little bit of room. They could probably put a little bit more weight, and then this thing would just be a total beast in the pulling department. But it already kind of is, so I don't know if it's necessary or not, but still a little room for improvement if other manufacturers are able to get more. Comparing it to the previous run Intermountain, those ones could only pull 80 grams on the drawbar. So this one's, you know, up in the hundreds, so it's quite an improvement. That's when you're talking 10, 20 grams, it's a lot more cars you can pull on a flat grade. So yeah, this one is a big improvement with the combination of heavier drivetrain and the ESU LokSound Select decoder. For operation, I give it an 8 out of 10 just because the pulling power has increased so much, and very smooth forward and back. Like the slow speeds are great, just all around really good. Lighting, I gave it a 9 out of 10. Intermountain still uses the LEDs. They're by far the most superior type of light you can put in these locomotives. You don't got to worry about it burning out or anything. So it's kind of a disappointment. There's a little bit of light bleed there, but that's pretty minor. You can fix that up with some black paint. So nice job by Intermountain. I'm really happy with this locomotive. I mean, you're paying for it. I think this one was, I think I paid $323 Canadian for it. So I mean, you're paying for these, but I think with the LokSound decoder and everything, I think, you know, it's worth it. They come out of the box, they're ready to go on the track and start pulling. So 8.6 out of 10 for this General Electric ES44AC by Intermountain. And that'll wrap up the review and test. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. See you next time.